A couple of years before I started this channel, I had, due to my life situation, stumbled on some signposts that led me inwards and started to spread some igniting sparks that began to awake my awareness, or rather begin to remove some of the blockages for my awareness to flow present. And I was so excited by this journey. Even if the beginning of the journey was fueled with a lot of anger, I was angry at my life situation. I was angry on outside circumstances. And the thing that really fueled this anger was that I found myself at a job that I just felt like this is so wrong. And that situation, that suffering that I felt, and the suffering was me being so distant, so far away from anything regarding my true self. I felt like if I don't have my mental health, then I have nothing. So I quit that job. And that was the beginning of this accelerating journey that have led me to where I am today. But little did I know at the time, when I start to discover new constructs of the truth. I was studying. I commit to the study of manifestation and metaphysics, and I was so engaged with philosophy. And the more I discovered, or rather constructed, intellectual understanding, I, of course, wanted to give that value to others. But little did I know at the time that it was my ego at play, because since my ego had recognized that there are flowing some new enlightened ideas into this office, this mind, how can I use that to strengthen myself? Or rather, how can I not let that light dissolve my position? In my endeavor to coach or guide others, I often got upset because I wanted this new realization that I have found. I wanted that so bad for everybody else. But recognizing at that time I didn't understand it completely, or rather I didn't see it as I do now. But in that journey I started to realize, but forcing my truth on others, how is that compassion and how is that allowance? And a couple of years ago I started this channel because I still wanted to spread the amazing things that I've learned, that I started to understand, and I felt this excitement and joy, understanding that we all have the power to impact others or to give value to others, just sharing our current knowledge, our current perspectives, our current understandings. And when we do not force that, but allow others to do whatever they want with what we share, it can really become of value for somebody else, as well as we are on this expanding exploration. So I just felt this desire to do something with what I learned. And when I say learn, I don't mean intellectually, but with the sense of realization and, oh, this is it, or this is how it must be. So I started to record myself driving to work. If you look, or rather listen to my first videos, there is very bad sound, and I was actually recording myself driving to work. And I'm so grateful for all those, what should we call them? All those destinations along this journey, because they led me here. So here I am now, and knowing so much more today, because there's a distinction between understanding and knowing. When we understand something, we use our intellect, our mind, to create constructs, concepts, to organize ideas or organize understanding. And that can be valuable, of course, as long as we remember that there's a difference between using the mind and identifying with the mind. And knowing, on the other hand, is free from any word, no language, no picture, no video can explain the dimensions of truth. So why am I here sharing this? Because me using words, language, my mind consciously to organize ideas and share them has the power to serve as signposts, has the power to ignite something already within you. It's not that what I am talking about here contains any truth of itself, because the truth is infinite. The truth is a dimension of our being, of the present moment, that is also infinite. But words are not. They are anything created by our mind. Can be incredible, but it still has its limitation. Words has its limitation. Yeah, we can expand the language. I often do that. I often come up with own words, even if some people think like, but that is not a word. And I'm like, no, it is, because I just made it up. Hey, we made up language in the first place. So, but we are so addicted to rules in this modern world, so that doesn't fly with everybody. But if you're here, maybe you see the value in me sharing this. This space is a creation of mine with the intention to expand on my own discovery, to let my being and present become more and more present in my life, in my experience that we call life, and to remove the blockages that is created by the mind so that I can live this experience through the life of my being, through the present of my awareness, and through the present of the light of my spirit. And while doing so, I hope, and my vision is to serve others. As I discover and remembering dimensions of the truth, remembering who I truly am, to provide you with the signposts that led me there, and maybe they can do the same for you. And if it doesn't, that's okay too, because I think that we all have the potential. It's such a small word. I really think that we all have, the true magic to spread light into this world, so that each and every one of us eventually, maybe not in this lifetime, but eventually will wake up to who we truly are, to the manifestations of our being, love, happiness, compassion. Yeah, so that is my mission. So if you felt that resonated with you, consider to subscribe to this channel, because I aim to create a community for, I was about to say like-minded people, but we are not our mind, but a community for us who have already awoken, have already tapped into the flow from our true selves, or are in the beginning of that journey. Yeah, hope you enjoyed this.